All right, picture this. A packed flight, first class, all leather seats and free drinks, and a 17-year-old girl named Kayla Thompson, sitting in seat 3A, about to change everything with one phone call. She's not just any kid, she's a tech prodigy, clutching a prototype that could let paralyzed people speak through their thoughts, headed to a fancy fellowship in Silicon Valley. But before the plane even leaves the tarmac at Seattle-Tacoma International, one woman's prejudice turns this flight into a battlefield, and trust me, it's a wild ride. Kayla's just settled in, her hoodie pulled up, earbuds in, tweaking code on her tablet like it's her whole world. This isn't just a flight for her, it's the start of something huge, a chance to pitch her neural interface to the big shots at Horizon Tech Labs. Her dad, James Thompson, CEO of Apex Cyber Solutions, gifted her this first-class ticket, not just to flex, but because she earned 8 years of coding, late nights, and winning national tech competitions. She's sipping sparkling water, feeling the hum of the Boeing 787, when this woman across the aisle, Catherine Wells, in her crisp designer suit and pearls, gives her the look. You know, the one, narrowed eyes, lips pursed like she just bit a lemon, sizing Kayla up like she wandered into the wrong zip code. Catherine's a VP at a big pharma company, used to getting her way, and something about Kayla, her dark skin, her braids, her casual vibe sets her off. Catherine doesn't whisper. Oh no, she wants an audience. Excuse me, she says, loud enough for the whole cabin to hear, waving over a flight attendant named Ryan, a nervous guy barely a year into the job. I'm just wondering if there's been some mix-up with the seating. Her eyes flick to Kayla, sharp as a blade. This young lady doesn't seem like she belongs in first class. Ryan freezes, his smile wobbling. He's thinking about his rent, his mom's medical bills, the last time a passenger complaint got a coworker canned. Ma'am, everyone's seated per their tickets, he stammers, but Catherine's not having it. Standards matter, she says, her voice dripping with fake concern. Could you verify her ticket? Just to be sure. Kayla's stomach twists, but she keeps her eyes on her tablet, pretending the words don't sting. She's been here before, people assuming she's out of place because she's young, black, and doesn't flaunt wealth like a billboard. Her dad's voice echoes in her head. You belong everywhere you go, Kayla. Don't let anyone tell you different. She tries to focus, but Catherine's stare is like a spotlight, burning. Ryan, caught in the crossfire, mutters something about checking with his supervisor, Lisa, a seasoned flight attendant who's seen it all. Lisa steps in, all calm professionalism, and asks for Kayla's boarding pass. Kayla hands it over, her hands steady despite the heat in her chest. Lisa glances at it, nods, and says, Miss Thompson's in the right seat, ma'am. Everything's in order. She hands it back with a look that says, I've got you. But Catherine's not done. She pulls out her phone, muttering loudly, I don't feel safe with her here. She's been confrontational since I asked a simple question. It's a lie, pure and simple, but it's the kind of lie that sticks in the post 9/11 air travel world. The cabin shifts, some passengers glance at Kayla nervously, others roll their eyes. A guy in a suit mutters, This is ridiculous, to his seatmate. A woman with a cross necklace shakes her head, whispering, This isn't right. And in row 4, a professor named Dr. Malik Jones, who studies bias in public spaces, quietly starts recording on his phone. He's seen this play out too many times. Things spiral fast. Catherine flags Ryan again, her voice now shaky with fake fear. I want a security officer. This girl's aggressive, and the crew's doing nothing. Ryan's face pulses out of his depth, terrified of a complaint ruining his job. He scurries to the cockpit, and minutes later, a federal air marshal, Officer Daniel Pierce, steps into the cabin. He's all business, buzz cut, granite jaw, badge gleaming. Ma'am, he says to Catherine, what's the issue? She launches into her act, pointing at Kayla like she's a suspect on a wanted poster. She's threatening, Officer. I don't trust her being here. Pierce doesn't even glance at Lisa, who's trying to interject. He turns to Kayla, his voice cold. Miss, grab your stuff. You're coming with me. Kayla's heart pounds, but she doesn't move. On what grounds? She asks, her voice steady, a programmer demanding logic in a world gone irrational. Pierce's jaw tightens. You're causing a disturbance. Let's go. Lisa steps forward, her voice firm. Officer, I'm the lead attendant. Miss Thompson's done nothing wrong. Her ticket's valid. This passenger, she nods at Catherine, started this. Pierce shuts her down. Stay out of this. Security's my call. The insult lands hard, but Kayla's not backing down. I'm not leaving, she says, locking eyes with him. I paid for this seat. I'm not a threat. Pierce's hand hovers near his holster, and the cabin goes dead silent. You're interfering with a federal officer, he growls. Keep it up, and you're leaving in cuffs. That's when Kayla makes her move. Fine, she says, her voice calm but razor sharp. But your airline policy says I get one phone call before removal. Pierce scoffs, but Lisa jumps in, bending a vague rule with confidence. She's right, officer. Policy 4.8. She gets a call. The captain, John Carter, steps out, looking exhausted, just wanting the plane in the air. Let her make the call, he says, but make it quick. Kayla pulls out her phone, scrolls to dad, and hits call. The cabin holds its breath. James Thompson answers on the second ring, expecting a quick check-in. Kayla, you okay? Her voice trembles just a bit. Not really, Dad. They're trying to kick me off the plane. She puts him on speaker, and James's voice fills the cabin, calm but lethal. This is James Thompson, CEO of Apex Cyber Solutions. Who's this? Pierce, annoyed, snaps, Federal Air Marshal Daniel Pierce. Your daughter's a security risk. She needs to deplane. James doesn't flinch. No, Officer Pierce, you're the risk. You're harassing my 17-year-old daughter, a tech prodigy, based on a lie from a passenger who doesn't like her skin color. And Captain Carter, you're letting this happen on your plane. He pauses, letting the silence sink in. Apex runs your airline's entire digital backbone: reservations, flight systems, passenger data. Our contract has strict anti-discrimination clauses. This stunt you're pulling? It's a breach. A big one. Catherine's smug grin fades. Pierce's face goes white. James keeps going. Here's what's happening. Kayla stays in her seat. This plane doesn't move until I say so. I'm calling your CEO, David Marshal, right now. And Officer Pierce, expect a call from the TSA. You're done. The second call is brutal. James lays into David Marshal, the airline's CEO, detailing the incident, the video evidence Dr. Jones is already uploading, and the legal nightmare coming their way. You've got 90 seconds to fix this, David, or Apex pulls the plug. Your stock tanks by morning. Marshal caves, promising a private jet for Kayla and a full investigation. The flight's canceled, 300 passengers left stranded, all because Catherine couldn't handle a black teenager in first class. Kayla's whisked to a private lounge, then flown to San Francisco on a Gulfstream jet. Her prototype safe, her dignity intact but bruised. Catherine's life implodisher viral video costs her job, her reputation, and a $1.2 million lawsuit from the airline. Pierce is fired, his career over, forced to confront his bias as he takes a night security gig. Captain Carter's demoted, Lisa's promoted to train crews on anti-bias, and Ryan gets a scholarship to redeem his mistake. The airline rolls out the Kayla Thompson STEM Scholarship and new protocols, sparking industry-wide change. Kayla, at Horizon, turns her trauma into innovation, building a truth witness module to record discrimination's neural imprint, a tool to give the silenced a voice. Looking back, I can't help but wonder, what if Kayla didn't have a dad like James? How many people face this daily, with no one to call? Justice shouldn't need a CEO on speed dial, it should just be. Drop your thoughts below. Ever been judged like Kayla? Or seen it happen? What's fair here, and what's still broken? Hit subscribe, share this story, and let's talk about how we fix this mess.